Alright guys, it's Friday and you know what that means. A new episode of Miitopia. I also have some things to talk about with you guys. One of them concerns my Papa Louie videos, and the other concerns about Valentine's Day. My Valentine's Day plans for Tuesday, I believe. I think Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. Yeah, today's Friday the 10th, and then, the Super Bowl's on the 12th, and then, so Tuesday's Valentine's Day. But first, I want to talk about my plans for the Papa Louie videos. Am I discontinuing them? Well, not right now. However, I don't know if I'm going to keep them going forever. And I also rather wait until the Miitopia Let's Play is done. That way I'm not juggling multiple things at once. Because if I do multiple things at once, it takes forever for it to upload. Plus, I don't always have things to talk about. So I rather do the... And yep, we are in New Lumos, guys. Woo! My favorite part of Miitopia. Anyway, yeah. I rather wait until Miitopia is over to do them. Because if I do them both at the same time, then I won't have, I know this seems silly, but I won't have as much to talk about. That's one of the reasons why I would rather take it easy and only do one thing at a time. I'll do Miitopia, then I'll do Papa Louie videos for a bit. So yeah. Once the Miitopia series is over, I do plan to go back to them. I just rather wait. That way I can take it easy. I'll have a lot of time between videos where I can find stuff to talk about. That's also that's also the other reason why I've only been uploading Miitopia. I'm only doing Miitopia once a week or even less often now, is not only because I want to savor the series and take some time to grind off screen, but also because I'll have more to talk about. It'll give me time to find things to talk about. Yeah, I know I talked about that before, but I just wanted to remind that that's also one of the reasons, and not just to savor the series and do some grinding, but also because the other reason that if I do it too often is not only will it end sooner than I want it to, but having underpowered Miis, but it's also because if I do, then I won't have as much stuff to talk about to you guys while I play this. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys, and that also and that's also the same reason why I rather wait to do my Papa Louie Let's Plays again, is if I do them now, then I'm gonna want to talk about certain stuff, and I won't be able to talk about that stuff in Miitopia. So yep, that's why I rather focus on one thing at a time. However, when I do the Papa Louie videos again, I'm not gonna just focus on one game at a time. Like, I'll like switch around, but games and stuff, but you know what I'm trying to say. However, I've been doing some thinking, guys, and I love that music. And I don't think I should do them like, long term. I think I should only do them while me and my mom are not on, texting terms. Because here's the thing. She could, for example, text me while I'm doing like a recording. And I freaking hate it when that happens. Is because, not only because one of the reasons is because I feel rushed, I feel rushed to have to freaking freaking respond to her, and I don't want to do that while I'm recording. Plus, here's the thing you also have to keep in mind, I'm also recording my screen while I do it. So that means you guys can see some of the shit she texts me. And it could be embarrassing, or it could be personal. And I don't want to run into a situation where, I'm doing, I get a text from her while doing a recording. One of the reasons is why, the main reason why it's embarrassing is because sometimes she'll talk to me like I'm a little kid, she'll give embarrassing pet names. But it's also because, for example, she could talk to me about something personal. And I don't want everyone knowing about, personal stuff that we talk about. Some stuff I don't mind, talking, she may, text just normally, but still. I'd rather not take any chances on her bringing up, her texting me something that that could be embarrassing if other people see it. Or like I said, just something personal. So that's one of the reasons why I'm probably gonna, or not probably, but definitely gonna stop doing Papa Louie video recordings when me and my mom get back on speaking terms. Plus, and this actually happened one time. Luckily, she didn't text anything personal or embarrassing, but she did text me in the middle of doing a recording one time, so I was all stressed out for the rest of the recording session, and I was rushing, and that's one of the reasons why it got cut short. Because my mom may get pushy or upset if I don't text her right away. Now, she can be understanding, but she has actually guilt-tripped me before for not responding to her right away, and I don't want to deal with that bull crap. Getting her freaking, her texting me in the middle of doing a recording. Because then I'll either have to cut it short or have her get pissy at me for having her wait on me. And I don't want to deal with that. Now, here's the thing. I have no idea when me and my mom are going to get on speaking terms again. We haven't been on speaking terms since I don't even know how long. Like, it was since like autumn or even earlier. Now, I've talked about this before with you guys, but in case you forgot or didn't watch the previous episodes, I've talked about this. Excuse me. The reason why me and my mom were not on speaking terms is because she associates with this one person who keeps taking her phone, and then like he'll like, and that dude will try to get a hold of us. So that's the reason why me and my mom are not on speaking terms right now, is I have her blocked because of that dude, so I don't get involved in the rigmarole. And like I said, I'm not sure when me and my mom are gonna get back on speaking terms again, or even how. Like, I'm still not sure of how that will go down. She could get a new number. I don't know. She could finally stop associating with Chris. You know, we could start associating like a week from now. It could be a couple months. I'm still not sure when, if, how this is going to go down. I do hope that I honestly hope it'll be another hope. I honestly hope it's not for a while, because that way I can still do some Papa Louie videos. We'll drink it. Why not? Ugh. At least it only took a little bit. But yeah. I honestly hope it's not for another couple of months or so, because I do want to get a chance of doing some Papa Louie videos. Because when we do get back on speaking terms, whenever that is, I just won't feel comfortable doing Papa Louie videos anymore. Because number one, you guys will be able to see the text she sends, and I don't feel comfortable with that. And number two, I don't want to have her wait on me, because it stresses me out as well. Like, because I feel rushed to text her. You know? And I don't want her getting mad at me or her getting the wrong idea. So yeah, once her and I get back on speaking terms again via phone, unfortunately, I'll probably have to end the Papa Louie videos. I just don't want to deal with the stress and, you know, you guys seeing my mom's text messages, because yeah, you never know. It could be personal, it could be embarrassing, or just something else that should be kept between her and I. So yeah. And I don't want, and yeah, I hate it when I'm like I don't want to get in, and like I said, I don't want to get involved in a situation where I'm in the middle of like doing a recording and she texts me. I mean, I'll still do like other recordings even when her and I get back on speaking terms. Ugh. Just not Papa Louie ones or other recordings that I'm like, actually filming my phone screen. Filming my TV or like my real life look is fine, but just not screen recording my phone. I mean, I'll still have to worry about, her texting me and, like, me getting delayed responses, but she's gonna have to get over that. I'm sorry, but, she can be very high maintenance, you guys, but I'm sorry, but she's gonna have to get over the fact that I can't always text her right away. Hopefully she'll learn that lesson. But for the Papa Louie, so yeah, the other reason the reason I mentioned of her, waiting on me, I guess that kind of makes it invalid, but for like the you guys seeing my texts, I still stand by that reason. But the other reason, yeah, I'm still gonna have to worry about that, but she's gonna have to get over it, guys. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to my mom, but you can't always expect people to text right away. They could be busy with something. Who knows, like, I could be busy with not just a recording, but I could also be busy or just be doing something else. I could be in the shower, I could be sleeping. I could be, I don't know, at a dentist appointment, for example, or just at any appointment in general. She's gonna have to get over the fact that I can't just text her constantly. And believe me, like, even if I do try to wait on hand and foot for her, she'll still complain. She's a very high maintenance person. Yeah. But yeah, nothing really much else to say on that issue. I know some of you are gonna be upset, including you, Green Ethan. I know how much you love my Papa Louie videos, but I just rather not do any, screen recording related videos, like, videos where I'm, like, recording my phone screen. Once me and my mom are on speaking terms, is because then everyone will, like, see their messages. Everyone will see my mom's messages, and yeah. But don't worry. Please note that me and my mom are still not on speaking terms, and hopefully it stays that way for a while. That way I can still get some Papa Louie videos out. Before then. But yeah, she does need to get over me not being able to text her right away. People have lives, And once we get all my stuff done, and including opening up a bank account for myself and just I'm probably gonna be more serious about writing, and I'm gonna be writing more often. Hell, so yeah, I'll even be busy doing that. I'm not a little kid anymore. I can't just always talk to my mom constantly and rely on her constantly. It's not just about her anymore, you know? But yeah, moving on to the next topic. My plans for Valentine's Day. I know I usually do a tribute where like I put multiple ships and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna do a tribute of my main OC ship, which is Orkia and Manton. You know, I'm kind of worried about, you know, shipping drama and whatnot, shipping wars and all that rigmarole. And I don't want to worry about leaving people out. So that's why I rather just keep it more personal this time around. Like I said, the tribute will be about will be Orkia and Manton, which is my main OC ship. Green Ethan, I don't know if you're familiar with Orkia and Manton, but they are a pink fairy. Orkia's the pink fairy and Manton's the green demon. You know, and Orkia's my main OC. She's meant to represent me in a lot of ways. You might have noticed we have quite a bit in common. And Manton just represents like a lot of characters I like, especially the Red Fiend, but he's meant to represent just a lot of other characters that I like in a more general state as well. You know, characters who are tough, kind of cold, but like are misunderstood. That's the best way to describe it. Characters who are cold, maybe even rude or evil, but deep down they're just misunderstood and need love. Those are my type of characters, so that's basically what Manton's based on, is that type of character that I like. And that, of course, does go, and the Red Fiend, of course, does go under that. So yeah, I hope you understand. I just rather not deal with shipping drama, shipping wars, making others left out. So yeah, I think I think it's best to just keep it personal, more personal this time around. Plus, time has gotten away from me, and I don't know if I have time to do like the whole 9 yards with multiple ships and whatnot. So I think it's best to just do Orkia and Manton this year. Hopefully you understand, Green Ethan. However, if you're still up for it, I am still open to doing a Valentine's Day, you know, story trade with you where we update our stories for each other for a Valentine's Day special. Now, if you're too busy, I understand, but I'm just letting you know I am still open to that, so please don't get upset about that. And I'm really sorry if you hear that, guys, if you hear the squeaking, but yeah, my chair is really squeaky. You can probably hear it. But yeah, I've actually been meaning to release some information on Orkia and Manton on Wattpad, but I've just been too lazy to. I've just been busy with other things. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know. Hopefully you see this video before Valentine's Day, so you'll know ahead of time. Aww. But yeah. I know your favorite OC ship from me is Sky and Maurice, but my main ship is... Oh, speak of the devil, there's Sky. Yeah, but Orkia and Manton is my main one. You know, Orkia represents me, and Manton represents the type of characters I like, so... That's why I consider Orkia my main OC, and consider Orkia x Manton my main ship. In fact, we'll put Orkia with Manton. However, if you still want to favorite Sky and Maurice, I am completely okay with that. Not everyone has to favorite your main OC ship. People will still have their preferences, and that's completely okay. For example, my friend Ash, his main OC ship is Zane x Kazuki. But is it my favorite ship from him? Nope. My favorite ship from him is Scarlet and Yosfa. I don't know how to pronounce that, but not the Scarlet from the Papa Louie games. This is a different Scarlet. She's actually basically a gingerbread version on the Red Fiend, and believe it or not, and Scarlet, or not Scarlet, but Yosfa is actually based on me. So yeah, a little biased, but yeah. That is my favorite ship from him. I also have an OC based on him as well. His name is Icy. However, if you want a non-biased favorite ship from him it would probably be, I can't really pronounce these names either, but I think they're Aigu and Zio. I think that's how you pronounce those names. So yeah, if Yosfa and Scarlet doesn't count, then my favorite ship from him would be Aigu and Zio. Or Ziyu. Green Ethan, I'm not sure if you're familiar with those OCs from him, but yeah. And like Purple Ethan, he favorites Amaya and Lila. Amaya is elegant, and Lila is actually a basketball player. The other Ethan favorites that ship from me. Ashton favorites the Blue Goddess and Rubroom from me. It's a toss-up between that and the Icy x the Ice Queen. As for OC and OC, though, I'm not sure which one he favorites, but I'm going to assume it's Sky and Maurice. But I could be wrong about that, because things have changed since he's said that. had more OC ships. So yeah, don't worry. I don't expect you to favorite Orkia and Manton, but I would appreciate if you did get familiar with them, if you know what I mean. Because at the end of the day, we all have preferences. I may have my main OC ship. You know, Ethan, Green Ethan, or Purple Ethan has his main OC ship. You have your main ships. Ashton has his main ships. But that doesn't necessarily mean we have to prefer them over their other ships. We still have preferences of our own. And that's what makes us all unique. You know, we are the world, and diversity is very important. It's important to be different. It's important to have different preferences. So yeah. I don't know when I'm finally gonna release Orkia and Manton's information on Wattpad, but maybe I'll do it before Valentine's Day. But who knows? I can be lazy when it comes to getting around to stuff. So yeah, those are the main things I wanted to talk about. Just the Papa Louie videos going forward and Valentine's Day plans. And yeah, I haven't started on the video yet, but I'm planning on starting it on Sunday. That way I'll have something to keep me distracted from the Super Bowl rigmarole. You need to get the freaking queenly staff, you Miss Bot. And yeah, today was a pretty good day. Fridays usually are good days for me. Sometimes I'll get cotton candy ice cream, which I did today. We usually get DoorDash. Well, not just DoorDash, but just restaurant in general. Just restaurant food in general. Usually we do DoorDash, but my brother just decided to go and get it. So yep, I had cotton candy ice cream. And then we had golden chick for dinner. Like I said, like I've discussed before, I don't like chicken, but they have really good fries. And rolls. As long as I get some good fries, I'm honestly pretty flexible on what my brother gets. He recently started getting another restaurant. Getting food from another restaurant via DoorDash. It's called It's Just Wings. I don't like wings, but they have really good curly fries. So I've eaten curly fries from It's Just Wings a couple of times. I think the first time was on the 20th and the second time was last Friday. So, yep. As for the weekend, nothing much is probably going to go on for me. My dad's going to probably just do leftover chili on Saturday, which I don't like chili. And then on Sunday, he's gonna cook on the grill, but I don't know if he's gonna do sausage. I would appreciate it if he did, but I'm not sure if he will. But but like I said, Sunday is probably when I'll start on my Orkia and Manton Valentine's Day tribute. Because it'll give me time to kill. I'm not usually a fan of Sundays. Sundays can be pretty boring for me, so... especially when it comes to the Super Bowl. You know, I just don't care about that stuff. So it'll give me something to do. It'll keep me distracted from all that rigmarole. And yeah. And hey, if I still don't have it done, I'll have Monday to work on it. But I think I want to try to get as much of it done as I can on Sunday. Kill time and all that good stuff. And yeah, I've just been playing a lot of Sims as well. Like I said, I do play a lot of Sims. I do play Sims 4 too, but I mostly play Sims 3. Most people consider Sims 3 to be the pinnacle of the Sims franchise, and they are not wrong. Like, it's my favorite. Oh my freaking... okay, good. And yep, Sims 3 is my favorite. I've played it for the Wii, I've played it for the PS3, I've played it for Xbox. And actually, since a couple of years now, I've been playing it for the PC. You know, I first played it for the Wii way back in 2011, but I didn't start playing it for the PC until January 2021. Well, it was either January 2021 or December 2020. I bought it with the Christmas money I got in December 2020. And oh my gosh, it's such an addicting game. There are other people who just play it to this day, and it honestly warms my heart that I'm not the only one. I don't know, sometimes that's just a big deal to me, guys. Being reminded that I'm not the only one. I know it's silly, it's just playing a video game, but it does feel good that that there are people out there who still play it after all these years, because it's pretty old. The Sims 3 has been out since 2009. And it's already 2023. So, yep. 14 years, or at least almost 14 years if you want to be more accurate. In fact, I think more people still play it than The Sims 4, despite The Sims 4 being newer. Sorry guys, I'm out of my chair so I can kind of stretch a bit. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hold on, I'm going to turn this down so you guys can hear me more. Alright. Turn it up a little bit. I don't want it to be silent. Alright. So, yep. And don't get me wrong, Sims 4 is a decent game. It's a pretty good game in itself, but it just doesn't hold a candle to Sims 3. Level 35. I've actually made a file where me, Green Ethan, Purple Ethan, and Ashton all live together. And we all have careers based on our dream jobs and or interests in real life. For example, as I've discussed with you guys a bajillion times, I want to be an author. And you can guess what that means for my sim. I always have my sim be an author because that's what I want to do in real life. And there's even a lifetime wish for it too. Lifetime wishes are like goals for your sim to complete. They usually take a lot of time, and you get a lot of happiness points for... No, please don't get into a quarrel, please. No! Come on! Seriously? Oh my god. And yeah, it's kind of hard to explain if you're not familiar with The Sims, but if you play The Sims or have at least this heard, or have like watched people play The Sims, or have at least heard about this aspect of it, you probably know what I'm talking about. But it's like a goal for your sim to complete within their lifetime. And like I said, you get a lot of points for it that you can spend on advantages and whatnot. And there's actually one related to writing called Professional Author, where you make 4,000 simoleons per week in royalties. So yeah, I have my sim be an author. And then I have Ashton be... and I'm having Ashton be a painter because he's an artist. His main dream jobs are to be an animator and electric guitarist. Now, there isn't like animating or even like regular drawing in the Sims 3. There is sketching, but I think it like goes towards your painting skill for some reason. I don't know why. And like that goes under like, and that can still go under drawing and just like, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm having Ashton be a painter in that file because he's very passionate about art and whatnot. And yeah. Plus, he's probably gonna, like, I don't know if he has them officially opened yet, but he has made a menu for money commissions. So technically, that can be considered a side job. Him, like, making artwork for people for a payment. So that's why I have him. I'm having him be a painter. Is because I think it's closest to, being an artist. Well, it is a type of art, but you know what I mean. Sorry, I saw a light outside. He doesn't do painting, but it does go under art. Well, I don't know. Maybe he does do painting. He just doesn't tell me about it, but you know what I'm trying to say. It all goes under art. It doesn't really matter. And then Purple Ethan he's actually in the military career because he wants to be a fighter pilot in real life. And true story, that's actually literally one of the career levels in the military branch. It's just not the permanent / highest one. The permanent / highest one is actually an astronaut. So he'll eventually become an astronaut for his permanent career, but I thought I'd make him be in the military career anyway. And then you, Green Ethan, you are in the science career. Because I know how much you love science. So yeah, I thought that would be pretty fun, making a file where us four live together and we all have our dream jobs. And thanks to the Sims 3 ambitions, it's an expansion pack. It doesn't come with, like, the main game or what people consider the base game, but it's an expansion pack called Sims 3 Ambitions, and it's a very career-focused expansion pack. You can still, like, be a writer, and be a painter, but you can't do it for a career. You can make money, but you're still considered unemployed. But with the Ambitions expansion pack, you can what you do is, like, you go to the town hall and you register as self-employed. I'm not sure what is all available for self-employment, but I know writer and painter are. And you actually, like, have, like, levels that you can move up in. And, like, you have to make a certain amount of simoleons for you to go on to the next level. And one thing about self-employment is it's very flexible. Unlike most jobs where you have like specific hours, you don't have to deal with that with, like, self-employment. So that's definitely an advantage when it comes to registering for self-employment in that game. You get to be your own boss and have your own hours. There we go. All right. We have finished the first 2 districts of New Lumos. But I want to do a quest so this episode's not too short. So we're going to do that. We're going to do just that. And yep, I've actually made the Red Fiend in my game before. There's actually a pack called Supernaturals, so you can have like supernatural Sims and not just humans. I recently got that pack. That way I can make supernatural characters and whatnots, such as the Red Fiend, Orkia, Manton, etc. Now, there isn't demons are not available, so what I did was I made Red Fiend and Manton vampires because they do have like an evil demonic nature, kind of. The good news is, though, they do have fairies. My OC Orkia is actually a fairy, so I can actually make her into a fairy in that game. But yep, Red Fiend and Manton are vampires because of their demonic nature. As for Red Fiend's career, there's actually what is called the criminal career. I thought it would be perfect for him. There's a criminal career and there's two branches. There's the Master Thief branch and there's the Evil branch. I have a playthrough where I chose the Evil branch for him. And no joke, if you choose to work at the criminal career in The Sims 3, you can actually get arrested while at work. And it's actually happened. Red Fiend got arrested from working there It's kind of funny, actually. And I actually recently made another version of us four living together on The Sims 4. Me, Green Ethan, Purple Ethan, and Ashton. Me and Ashton are both keep our same jobs from The Sims 3. But jobs are a little different in The Sims 4. Like, some jobs are the same, but some jobs are not available, and like there's like other jobs that are like available. So they've like kind of replaced some jobs, I guess you can say. I'm still not sure what, you, Green Ethan, and Purple Ethan will do yet. Oh, no, okay, nah. I'm gonna do the 3rd and 4th district in next Friday's episode. We're gonna do a quest. And, like, they actually have, like, a writer job for an actual regular employment career. So I'm actually doing both in The Sims 4. I'm writing my own stories, and I have the actual job where I actually go to work for, for my designated hours and whatnot. So I'm both doing self-employment and regular employment in The Sims 4. Plus, you kind of have to, actually, because one of, like, in The Sims 4, you have, like, tasks. Every time you go to work and come back, you'll have tasks. And for a while, my tasks were to read books, but now, like, I get tasks to write books. So, yep, technically you have to do that if you want to follow through with your job and, like, do all the tasks and do everything right. And we get a new wand. Great. Unfortunately, Sky is not a main teammate, but it'll be good for backup. And yup. And yeah, I haven't gotten too far in that playthrough. I still need to figure out some jobs for the two Ethans. You, green Ethan and purple Ethan, because I'm not sure what all they have. I know they have writer, and I know they have painter. So those are settled for me and Ashton. And the writer job has two branches in The Sims 4. Journalist and author. I obviously chose the author job because that's what I actually want to be in real life. And I hope they make a Sims 5, and if they do make a Sims 5, I hope I can be an author there as well. If not for a career, but at least for a hobby. Because we actually have a lot of money in the playthrough of us four living together. In The Sims 3. Because we all have jobs, and then my sim has been writing a lot of books. We have like over $200,000 in that, or not dollars, but some millions in that game. I'm not even exaggerating. Writing, especially, can be extremely lucrative. As time goes on. Alright, got my MP refilled. Lovely, 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 lovely. So yeah, and oh my gosh, the game can get extremely chaotic. You think Miitopia can get chaotic? Believe me, you don't know chaotic until you've played The Sims 3. I actually had Red Fiend in another file. He wasn't a playable character, though. He wasn't a part of my household. Instead, I put him in another household. And so I couldn't control him. And he actually died. Because he died of thirst. Vampires have thirst instead of hunger, regular Sims, they have, hunger, but, for vampires, it's replaced with thirst. And they can be a nightmare to keep alive, especially when you don't even have control over them. I probably already said this, but he's the next door neighbor in that file. I couldn't play as him, but what I did was I added him. Oh, that's right. I think this is actually in the file that I have with us four living together. Me, Green Ethan, Ashton, and Purple Ethan. I made him our next door neighbor. Him along with Scooter, Tank Man, Red Fiend Taru, Saturn from Solar Balls, and Mighty the Armadillo from Sonic. Yeah, I made some of our favorite characters for our next door neighbors. Red Fiend and Tank Man for me. Taru for you, Green Ethan. Scooter for Purple Ethan. And Mighty the Armadillo and Saturn from Solar Balls for Ashton. But the other day, Red Fiend died of thirst, and I literally watched. Oh my god, I'm sounding so morbid right now, but I literally watched him die before my very eyes. I saw that he was literally about to, die of thirst. And then I was like, go get some plasma juice or something, because that's what vampires drink in The Sims 3. They drink something what is called plasma juice. So I was standing there like, don't die, go get some plasma juice. And then a second later, he actually died. I wasn't even mad or upset, honestly. I was just kind of freaked out. Like, oh, he better not die. 1 second later, he dies. And Sims can actually randomly date each other as well. Tank Man actually started dating Scooter, so I had to get Purple Ethan to break them up so he can date he could date Scooter. It was just a mess, guys. And yes, you can do that. Like, let's say there's a sim that you like, but they're like, dating someone. You can ask them to break up with their love interest. For example, that's what I had Green or Purple Ethan's sim do. I had Scooter break up with Tank Man. That way he could actually be with Scooter. I don't know if you're familiar with Tank Man, Green Ethan, but he's a Newgrounds character. Like, he was in like the Tank Men web series, but he's mostly known from a video game called Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah. He's a favorite character of mine. But yeah, vampires, oh my god, I don't know why, but they just die of thirst so easily. Sims are a lot, regular human Sims are a lot smarter of maintaining their hunger, but for vampires, it's just harder. Like, I've heard all kinds of things. Like, I've heard that sometimes vampires will get food instead of plasma juice, which doesn't help I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's poor AI. I don't know. Plus, like, let's say plus if you leave like if a vampire is out in the sun for too long, they get this moodlet, and it takes a lot off of their mood. And it lasts for like in not regular days, but in the game days. And their thirst will die down a lot faster, and like if they have that moodlet than if they didn't have the moodlet. And I did hear that they won't, die if they're off of their lot, but if they are on the lot, it's bye-bye. And that could explain why Red Fiend died in The Sims 3 the other day in that one file, was because he was actually outside. Because there's 6 Sims living in that house. Well, 5 now, but when the Red Fiend was still in the game in that file, it was 6. It was him, Tankman, Taru, Scooter, Miney the Armadillo, and Saturn from Solar Balls. Because I wanted to make our favorite characters next door neighbors to us, but I made an extra one. I made extra ones for me and Ashton. Tankman being my extra one and Saturn being his extra one, so yeah. And what I did was I placed a bunch of beds outside because there was a double bed. I think the house that they all live in, it has one double bed, but I don't know, maybe a double, yep, no, I think it was just one double bed. Now, 2 Sims at max can sleep, in the same, double bed, but, I think they have to have, a significant romantic relationship. If they're just, friends, they will refuse to, share a double bed with a Sim, so what I did was I placed a bunch of just beds outside the house because I couldn't just squeeze them in the house. So I placed the beds outside. And the Red Fiend was outside. And I guess he had prolonged sun exposure. So that's why he died of thirst, because like I said, it is so easy for Sims or vampires to die of thirst. Vampire Sims to die of thirst in that game, especially if they have that moodlet, because I recently read that the too much sun moodlet, as it's called, will actually make their thirst drain out faster. And I think that's what happened with Red Fiend, because he was outside when that happened. And he was on his lot too, so on the lot he lived on, so that could explain everything. And I've had some, and I've had Ashton's favorite characters try to make moves on me. You know, Sadrin tried to ask my Sam out on a date, and Mighty gave me flowers. So yeah, there's been some mix-ups in that game of who should date whom. I know Sky's the lowest one, but she isn't a main. She's just a backup. I'll probably just give her the wand. That way, if I am in a situation where I need her again, which will probably be a lot, you know, I want to have her at least have, like, gain some power throughout the rest of the series. That way, she won't be as underpowered when I need her as a backup. Alright. Oh, I have to sneeze. I hate it when I have to sneeze, but it just won't come out. It's annoying. Sometimes I'll feel like I have to sneeze, but I just never do. Well, it's time for me to end this anyway, guys. I will probably see you next Friday. I will see you guys then. Bye!